Welcome to the Strange Motion Way podcast. I'm Tim Strange.
Along with Carrie Strange.
We are remote today at beautiful Barber Motorsports Park. That's hard for me to say.
Barber
Motorsports Park.
That's right.
And here with FM3 Performance Marketing runs the Optima Search for the Ultimate Streetcar series. That's going on. This is the Sunday. This is the last day of their event. They run that series with the Speed Tour, with Trans Am and SRO. A lot of stuff going on the road course behind us, so you're going to hear a lot of noise.
It's really windy out here today. That's why we're over here in the corner.
And they're doing Speed Stop over there for your guys' Optima Search for the Ultimate Streetcar series. And this is the kickoff for FM3 Performance Marketing, Cars and Cones Autocross Road Trip.
10 years.
So we're going to bring you a few people here today. We're going to get some 5 to 10 minute segments of people, and then we're going to put this together. And so the sound is not ideal because it's windy out here.
Very windy
and
out
there's
here.
race cars. So we're going to have allegedly probably some people during the week of this FM3 road trip that might have a little liquor in their system before the end of the week.
A lot.
And so yeah, we're going to grab some autocrossers here today that do the Search for the Ultimate Streetcar series, and going to be putting together this package all week long.
Yep.
So here we are with our first guest for the week. We have Mr. Jimi Day from FM3 Performance Marketing. Welcome.
Thanks, Tim. Good to be here.
So if people don't know, this is, poor guy, one of Carrie's bosses. Him and Wally Olzak run FM3 Performance Marketing and a whole bunch of other people. Wally stays at home a lot because you're the pretty one.
Well, that's what I tell everybody.
Compared to Wally? Compared to Wally. Nobody's going to disagree with that.
That, and I'm not good at math.
Yeah.
So math and magic are the same thing to me. So Wally's the CFO, so he has to do that in the office.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't understand. I mean, you ask my dad, what does Carrie do? She works for Optima. That's what Carrie, they don't understand marketing
People ask me that all the time.
So give us an abbreviated version of what all FM3 does in the industry, and it's a lot of stuff.
So we really do a lot of things. So I like to tell people we really are a full service marketing company. But we have clients, right? And Optima is one of our bigger clients. So we do what we call mobile event marketing. So that's a big truck and trailer that's branded and on the road, and we go to
where we're sitting in right now,
and we go to different events throughout the country, and our staff represents their brand. So if somebody goes to a NASCAR race or a Good Guys show or something like that, and they walk up to the Optima trailer,
which in the business they call that an activation.
That is an activation. That's correct. So we do that for a number of clients, right? We do that for QA1 and for Optima, and we do it for Speed Tour. So they're our clients. So that's event activation. We also own a racing series, which is where we are right now. We're at an Ultimate Streetcar series, right? So we own a racing
Some people
series.
just call that the Optima series because it's the Optima.
Correct.
OUSCI. Yeah,
OUSCI, but we call it the Optima series. Many people just call it the Optima, which is awesome. I think we've accomplished our goal.
Yeah,
right? Like
the branding works.
Branding works, yeah. So that's, and for us, that's kind of live event production, right? We do a lot of live event production because we own the Optima series, we own Drive AutoX, which is our autocross series. But we also do all of the festival events for Holly. We do many of the Hearst events, which are Power Tour, Roadkill Nights.
Which used to be Motor Trend.
Used to be Motor Trend, now it's Hearst.
Yeah.
And the Motor Trend brand is still alive, but yeah, so that's our live event production
And
side.
the big one that Carrie goes to the last couple of years, you guys help with the activation for Optima and King of the Hammers. That's a big, big thing.
And that's a great big one that we do for one of our clients. And unfortunately, I don't have to go to that one.
Yeah.
I hear all about it.
She comes out of the desert. She totally looks like a desert dweller after the week there.
Well, everybody's different when they come out than when they go in, because that's a really long event.
Yeah.
And we also do social media management. So we have a couple of customers that we do social media management for. We manage their Facebook and Instagram pages and do kind of what everybody kind of traditionally calls social media management.
Yeah.
So we develop content. We do all of their postings. We keep track of the data and the analytics. Another piece of what we do that a lot of people don't even know is we do sponsorship management for a couple of our clients. So if you are looking for sponsorship from Optima or QA1, you fill out a sponsorship application. Well, that actually comes to us. We look at those, we analyze those, and then we make decisions on those. And then we fulfill that. We make sure the product gets sent out. We make sure that the people who are getting that product are returning the data on time. And
hashtags are important.
Hashtags are very important.
I learned that if you're paying attention to what you guys do, yeah, you see stuff optimally. We got the race cars, but every type of like huge in the bass fishing.
Yes.
The bass fishing tournaments and all that, which that's your hobby too.
Yeah.
And to get away from the car world. And I met you years ago the first time because me announcing Good Guys Autocross. A lot of people remember Jimmy's famous white and red AMX that you drove. And I remember like the second time Sharoja drove, and you had to come up because I could not say her name. And you're like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, I am not smart. I could not read. I was like, I was Sharoja. Yeah. I could not. I just remember Sharoja.
Yeah. Some people call her Mrs. Day.
Yeah.
But it's not an uncommon problem.
So I did get talked to at the event from, it was like my first couple years at Good Guys Autocross that I've been doing for like 12 years
You've been doing it a long time. Yeah.
And I kept calling you, it was still when you lived in Wisconsin, Cone Killer Jimmy. And they're like, that's one of our sponsor guys. He knows he's hitting cones.
I've never been a great autocrosser, and I've never claimed to be a good autocrosser.
You were pretty good, though.
I started on a road course, and what we've learned is that road course racers going to autocross doesn't necessarily translate into a good driver.
Yeah.
The opposite works well. If you're a good autocrosser, you're going to be good on a road course.
Okay.
You think fast, your hands are fast. That doesn't translate backwards.
Yeah.
And I was never a great autocrosser. I always enjoyed doing it.
There's totally a reason I'm on the mic instead of a driver, because I would break any cone killing record out there. Yeah.
It's not as easy as it looks. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Some people think.
But it is really I mean, I'm a show car guy, right? And then I'd be friends with Chris Smith, Smitty, and I'd go watch a couple laps and stuff. Go back to the car show. Well, now I'm on autocross. I have so many friends. There's such an awesome group of people in this autocross, in this Optima series. It's a good community of people. They're competitive, but I've met so many awesome people that I would have never met if I wasn't on the microphone for all these years doing that.
And it's one of the things I'm most proud of, not only in this series, but about this kind of the autocross group in general, is that, typically there's not a big payout in autocross, right? A lot of people are doing it for the trophies and for the fun.
Yeah.
And I think because it doesn't have a big payout, people are a little more friendly about it. It's not like you're lying about tire pressures or entrance to a corner like most racers do.
You give somebody $5 for the winner, it changes the whole ballgame.
Oh, absolutely.
It doesn't have to be 10 grand. It could be like,
it doesn't have to be anything. Yeah. Right. Just any kind of money at all changes the game. And but it's such a good group of people, and I think I tell people all the time, I have the best job in the whole world because I hang around these people as part of my job.
Yeah.
About 40 weekends a year.
It's still a job. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that people have no idea.
Right.
Like, I work for a bunch of different organizations. Carrie works for you guys. I always say jokingly, it's a wonder any event happens. But the amount of stuff that happens, and like, you don't think about it. Somebody had to order those porta potties. Somebody had to order the AMT guys and the gate workers. I mean, it is a lot of work to put the events together.
Most people have no idea even what it takes.
None.
And we've actually been to clients who've asked us to help them, and then they said, no, we can do it cheaper ourselves. And I'm like, I bet you can.
Yeah.
You probably can.
Yeah.
But you're going to miss out on all the work that you should be doing instead of what you're doing, and then you're going to be wore out for 5 days after the thing is over, right?
Because you probably get other friends, your race season, you're in your off season. What are you doing for your time off? Yeah. Well, that's when you're planning your whole season.
People ask that all the time. We don't have an off season, right? And the off season for us, honestly, most of us dislike what most people consider the off season, because that's where we're in our office. And we're in our office a lot, sometimes 10, 12 hours a day, because that's when all the planning happens, is in those off seasons. And so for us, it's literally making all the calls, doing all the sponsorship stuff, making all the arrangements, doing the schedules, contracts, renewing sponsors, all of that stuff that a lot of people have no idea that it goes on. And we get compliments a lot because people come to our events and they're like, God, your events are so great. Everything's running smoothly. It's like clockwork. And it's like, well, the reason it's like clockwork is because of all the thousands of hours spent behind the desk. Once we're at the event, that's actually just making it happen. We've already planned it and run it on paper a number of times.
And I like I say, I work a lot of different events. And the things that I see at your events that other people don't see, or at least I don't get invited to them because I'm just the MC guy, is you guys do your morning planning meetings early. And I was at Mo Party this year. It's like getting everybody on the same page. I mean, that helps so much. It's like, oh, yeah, this guy, I'm good. Or I might need help over here or something like that. So
there's a real important reason, too, because there's always changes, right? Things happen yesterday that affect what happens today. So I've got to get everybody back on the same page. And that's really important. But what a lot of people don't realize is this is our job. We do this as a profession. This is our 8 to 5.
Somebody's trying to call me
Monday through Friday. And a lot of people don't think about that. I get calls weekly, 9 o'clock at night, 10:30 at night. People that are, it's their hobby, they also think it's my hobby.
Yeah.
Right? And so I get it. They're at work. They're not thinking about this until they get off work. But for us, it's a profession.
And you're stress relief. I'm going fishing. We go to the bicycle track. We get away from all the car stuff.
Exactly.
You got to have that.
But if you think about what our job is, we really don't have a lot of days off, right? Because our events typically take place on a weekend. And they're oftentimes Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If they're Friday, Saturday, we're traveling Sunday, and then we're back in the office on Monday, and the phones are ringing, and it's time to go to work again. So it's pretty much nonstop for about 40 plus weekends a year. It can be grueling.
Yeah. So how many years has FM3 Performance Marketing been around?
18 years. This is our
that long?
Yeah, this is our 18th year. We started in early 2008.
So if you're a hot rod guy, you might remember Jimi used to run a Mopar shop before.
Yep.
And who owned that car? I remember the Poison Dart. It was in all the magazines, all that stuff. You took it to SEMA. It was orange and white.
Yep,
like a little Dart.
Poison Dart.
Yeah, Dart.
Yeah, it was a Dart. It was a Dodge 70 Dodge Dart Swinger.
Okay.
Which was actually a Mopar Nationals winner before we even started on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a 340 Dart Swinger. Really nice car.
Yeah.
Guy decided that he wanted to put a 528 fuel-injected Hemi in it, and so we started out with the first. We started out. I feel like it was kind of the first pro touring Mopar that was out there because that was 2005. That was really early on. We put an independent rear suspension in it.
So you built that when you were 10. You were 10 years old when you built that car.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay,
yeah, it was a long time ago, and never have I shed more tears over an individual vehicle in my entire life than I did that one. You as a builder know this, that every once in a while a car comes along that just will not cooperate.
Some of them are possessed.
They are.
I swear.
And
you see it on the race cars. Some of the race cars are possessed. They just keep breaking.
But that car never did do exactly what we wanted it to do. The customer was kind of a challenge over time. He was kind of a trust fund customer, but it was a small trust fund.
Yeah.
And got to a certain point, and then he started to cut corners, and that never makes things better.
You know what I call that? I'm going to trademark this. It's the buffet syndrome. I think I can eat 3 plates of food, but I can only eat 1. I want this much carb, but I really can only afford this. The buffet syndrome.
That's actually how it's done. And luckily, that car was destroyed at an auction when the tent fell.
Oh, I did not know that.
It was in Phoenix. When the big storm, I don't remember what year that was, but big storms went through Phoenix during the auction period. That car was actually at the I don't remember which auction it was. Cruise auction.
Cruise, okay.
Tent fell down.
Yep.
One of the big tent poles fell on that car and finally destroyed it. And no one was happier than me.
Dig a hole and put that car in.
It wasn't my car anymore. And it wasn't my customer's car anymore.
Yeah.
And it finally got destroyed, and I was so happy.
And it was right after that you decided to do, because you did a lot of marketing and
that car actually
sponsor stuff with that. So it was like, I should just do this.
That car is directly responsible, though, there's a direct line from that car to FM3 marketing, though, because that car was really the first kind of big build that I did as my own shop called Imagine Motorsports.
And I remember the name of the shop. I remember the car because my wife says I'm a history nerd. I pay attention to everything.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that was you until a few years later of Carrie working for. It's like, oh yeah, I remember that car. So So one of the trivia questions, this will go up after, is FM3. How did you come up with that name?
So FM3 is actually a Chrysler paint code, and
it's the pink one, right?
It is. It's Panther Pink.
Yeah.
And when we were trying to come up with a name for the marketing company, I was still freshly off of the Mopar stuff. I have a soft heart for Mopars. I like the certain genres of Mopars. They're really cool. But Mopar marketing back in the 70s was awesome.
Yeah.
Right? And in 1970, they came out with a group of colors that were called high-impact colors. And they had this, and it was 10 of them. And they were Sassy Grass and all these cool names. But at the very top of that list was Panther Pink, and it was the wildest color you've ever seen. And it is. It's like the Pink Panther, bright pink, right? And the code for that is FM3. And so that was the name of our company. We wanted to be a high-impact marketing team, but we didn't want to call ourselves high-impact marketing because that's just kind of dumb. That's what people do.
There's probably 12 other with that same type of sound anyway.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. So it's FM3 is a high-impact, it's a high-impact color, but it's Panther Pink, and that's how we got our name, is that Mopar.
It's cool when you learned, that's always a trivia question. Like this week, we're getting ready for the FM3 10th anniversary cars and cones, and that'll question will come out, and I'll keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
So I'm not allowed. Some of the questions Jimmy just knows that he does let somebody else answer.
Yeah.
They're like, you be quiet over there. So
yeah.
So cool. I think we're going to grab a couple other people here. We're going to get big Jim McElvain from Optima.
Get Optima Jim out
yeah.
here. He's a great guy. He has his own podcast, right? And so he's a good guy to have as a guest. We got a bunch of our Ultimate Streetcar people here, a bunch of our road trip people here. This is like a buffet of interviewees.
I warned the listeners here that some of the people allegedly later on in the week on the road trip might be have a little bit of alcohol in their system by the time. So we have to be careful who we grab.
Yeah, the parking lot parties on the FM3 road trip can be legendary.
Yeah.
Some of them have been epic.
And there's some really cool people. The guy that just rolled up in his 55 wagon, he works with Monster Jam. That guy just rolled up.
Henry.
He's been on the trip quite a few times.
Henry.
Down at the car show earlier. I knew I'd seen that car.
Oh,
yeah,
Carrie
Henry
behind the camera right there.
Yeah,
So,
Henry. We actually had several of our FM3 road trip guys that drove by and decided to get in the Haggerty Cars and Caffeine show.
Yeah.
I did too.
We pulled down there. There's a whole Corvair club down there. We pulled down there and took
Their
some
club.
pictures.
Really?
Business card even?
Wow, you get to be part of the club.
Usually the original Corvair guys hates Carrie's Corvair, but they were very open. They were cool.
That's kind of cool. Well, I appreciate you being on the podcast. I know you guys.
Tell everybody where they can find you. You do a podcast.
So we do a podcast. It's on driveusca.com, and I'm going to be doing one tomorrow morning at 7 in the morning. We're going to do our recap show for both Thunderhill and Barber. We're actually working on our 220th podcast.
Wow, we're only this will be like 84.
Yeah, we've done a lot of podcasts. I enjoy it, but you'll enjoy Optima Jim. He's really good at podcasting, and some of the other guests.
As we wrap this up, tell everybody what you guys coming up at the SEMA show. You guys do.
So at the SEMA show, we're going to do our championship. That's going to be the Optima Ultimate Streetcar Invitational. We still call it an invitational because it started life as an invitational, but that's our championship event. So we'll take our final 7 champions from this event that are coming out to SEMA.
So there's some people, here we are, 3 weeks before SEMA, some people don't know if they're making the trip to Vegas yet.
They don't even know they're going
I bet some of these guys have their hotels already, though.
I hope they do, because if not, they're going to pay a couple extra bucks for their hotel.
But this year, you guys usually do, speed stop during SEMA, and then at the end of the week, you go out to the road course. This year, you're mixing it up. So we're doing your road course autocross at Pahrump before the SEMA show starts.
So we're not at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We're not. That track's never available the weekend before SEMA because they always have a big drag race out there. So we're going to Pahrump, to Spring Mountain Motorsports Park again. We're going to run their new Charlotte Peak course, and we're going to do that and the autocross on Sunday. We're also going to do our road rally out there. So then we'll move into SEMA on Monday, and we'll do our design and engineering competition on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then Wednesday and Thursday will be our Peak Performance Challenge. And then we're going to do our Ultimate Streetcar Awards. We're going to crown the Ultimate Streetcar at the SEMA show. That'd be Friday.
Some of these guys have sponsors, so their sponsor people can come. And you also do exhibition stuff out there. You'll have Chris Pavardi from Optima out there doing ride-alongs. Usually Tanner Faust. Carrie says Tanner just
Tanner's
maybe not coming this
Tanner's
year.
Probably not going to be there this year, but we've got a bunch of other celebrities and some Formula Drift guys that are going to be out there.
You'll be running during the Friday SEMA Fest with the bands. In between the bands,
that's correct.
Entertainment, you guys will be putting on
we'll be shaking up any of their, when they change bands and stuff, we're going to be doing some exhibition stuff. The guys from Monster Jam are bringing one of their trucks out. They're going to bring that out, so that's going to be there as well. So we're bringing a lot of our partners to do that, and it's going to be a heck of a show. Yeah, I know listening to the amount of work that it goes in, but it's so good for the drivers to be in front of all those fans because you ride a bus from your hotel, you come right by that. Absolutely. I call it the Optima pad or whatever. The good thing is you don't have to have a SEMA badge to be in there. You can actually,
because it's outside.
It's outside and outside the SEMA perimeter, so you don't have to have a SEMA badge. If you happen to be in Vegas, want to come out and watch us.
Very cool. Yeah. Well, thanks, Jimmy Day from FM3 Performance Marketing.
Sure thing. Good, Tim. Thanks.
So here we are with another guest at Barber Motorsports Park, here for the FM3 Performance Marketing event, the Optima Search for the Ultimate Streetcar Series. We got one of the main behind-the-scenes guy. We got Mike Morrison here. Tell everybody what all you do to make these events happen. People show up, race these events, and they see you at these, and you're a flag guy at some stuff. You always got a radio going on. So what do you do here?
Well, most of the work takes place prior to the event. It's all the pre-planning that goes to the event, dealing with the facilities, communication with the racers, and being prepared when you show up to the track. That's where most of the work happens. If we do our jobs correctly, we show up here, everything kind of runs on autopilot.
But every event that I say has to be fluid, because there's always an oil down, or a car gets loose, or there's stuff, or somebody's difficult, or something like that, or somebody forgot to register, or some crazy thing like that.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, the variable are the participants. You never know what's going to happen, especially in a motorsports type of environment on a track. Anything can happen out there, so yeah.
So you are part of all, we interviewed Jimi before that. FM3 events is what you do, so a lot of stuff. Jimi talked about, what is your favorite events that you like to go to?
Of all the events?
I know it's not the van race at Mo Party. You were not. You were like, I'm not even going to be over there, and yet you were there helping run the event. Because you're like, I want it to run correctly. So.
I was a complete nervous wreck.
That entire day. My wife was racing, so I was a nervous wreck too.
Absolutely. So, but we do a lot of really fun, really unique events over here. The one that always stands out to me, of course, is Roadkill Nights. Is one of our.
You helped that first year. That is. I call that a logistics nightmare.
It's all about logistics with that.
So you guys block off Woodward Avenue in the town of Pontiac, correct? And run a street drag race in the road.
Correct. Full 8-mile, full prep, full timing system, just like you'd see at any local racetrack.
On the highway.
On the highway. On
in
the
town.
famous Woodward Avenue.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's one of those events where we're up for 2 days straight, and like you said, it's all logistics. It's 4,000 feet of K-wall, 7,000 feet of fencing. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. Say people. I tell the K-wall story. How many K-walls again?
4,000 feet, linear feet of K-wall.
Yeah. And the fencing to keep the people back and this and like Carrie says the main day is a 20-hour day, and she did I forget how many steps did you do at Roadkill?
27,000.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, she gets extra steps because her legs are short. It's like 2 steps to my 1.
Yep.
Yeah. So do you have any cars yourself?
No project cars at the moment, just my daily drivers.
And it is?
Currently a Lexus IS 500.
Oh, I drove your one car. I moved it the 1 year Coda.
That was the Alpha, yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool car, too.
That was a cool car. I missed that car.
And the coolest thing about Mike, not that he's not cool, is his dad. Your dad's pretty rad guy.
My dad is pretty rad.
Yeah.
He just moved to Virginia, so he's not even close
Oh,
to me.
I don't know if I knew that.
Yeah,
I don't know if Carrie told me that. He used to run City Garage around the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
24 automotive repair shops. I kind of grew up in there.
Yeah, and he helped a lot. In retirement, he would come to help on Power Tour. That's not relaxing.
He loves working with Carrie, working with the team. It's kind of a little vacation.
Yeah.
So,
and we've had younger girls that I'm going to ride with Pops. We just call him Pops, and which is good life coaching. He's a good life coach for a lot of the younger kids. He's really good. He's a great guy. I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I miss him.
Yeah, I miss him too. I don't get to see him that much anymore. I'm picking him up.
So he doesn't love you that much, so he moved away from
me.
Yeah. Okay. You're never home anyway.
Everybody else moved away.
How many weekends a year are you on the road?
Oh, I don't even know.
All of them?
Yeah, over half the
year. Yeah. Well, he didn't want to be on here, so this is like a record for him. Thank you, Mike Morrison, for what you do behind the scenes. You'll see him at SEMA running all the events out there, usually headphone, microphone, and running every which direction.
Correct.
So thanks for 2 minutes of your time.
Thank you, Tim. Appreciate it, bud.
Week, though. So here we are with another guest coming to you from Barber Motorsports Park on the Strange Motion Way podcast. We got, everybody just calls you Big Jim. Jim McElvain from Optima Batteries.
Nobody calls me Big Jim.
Is it just me and Carrie call you Big Jim?
Optima Jim.
No.
McElvain's too hard to pronounce.
It is,
too hard to spell.
And Optima Jim. We call you Big Jim.
You do. You and Carrie do. A couple other people do. But largely Optima Jim. And that started online when nobody knew how tall I was.
So if you ever watched the Optima series online with the live feed and the camera up above everybody, that's him doing it. As you can see, I'm 6'3", and I'm dwarfed by him. So before we get into what you do at Optima, what was your prior career?
I worked for car magazines, believe it or not.
Oh, I did not know this part, I don't think.
Yeah, that was my prior career, immediately prior to Optima.
And before that,
I played basketball.
You did some sports match stuff.
Professionally in the NBA.
So allegedly, I seen like a hero card of you, like blocking the ball on Shaq. You played in that era,
yes.
Right?
Yeah,
and what teams did you play for?
I played 2 years in Washington, 2 years in Seattle, 3 years in New Jersey.
Cool.
And that was, when I was in the league, all the guys from the 70s and the 60s and the 50s and even the early 80s were like, we were better then, and people are just, you know what? I think the athletes just continue to get better. The game changes. It's not the same game.
We're in the BMX, like the athletes now in the BMX world, nothing to the guys in the 80s. Just, mind-blowing, the difference.
So I think the old guys were great and did amazing things for their era, and I think the new kids are doing great stuff in their era.
Yeah, very cool. And then, quick, your wife was a pretty amazing athlete too, right?
That's Carolina Blue on the ring finger.
Yeah.
She played for North Carolina, won a championship with them, and she was on the same team as Marion Jones. I think it was Louisiana Tech. They hit a last-second shot.
Oh, wow.
The NCAA championship.
Cool. Okay, so then what
she was in the
magazine?
Junior Brown video.
Oh.
Country music video of the
I don't
year.
know who that is. Kerry Wood. I'm not a country person.
He's not really a country musician. He's more of a rockabilly guy.
Oh, okay. I should probably know who that is then.
So, it's called My Wife Thinks You're Dead. And ignore the creeper comments on YouTube. It's a great video.
Okay.
And her sister was a 3-time All-American at Vanderbilt. And they tried to get her for the video, and she was busy playing basketball. They said, call my sister, she's over in North Carolina. And then they brought Gwendolyn over, and they said, well, you don't have jet black hair. So they had to change it all around, but she was blonde. And it turned out really nice.
Cool. Awesome. And what magazines did you work for?
I originally started with GM High-Tech Performance.
Okay.
When I played the NBA, I had a lot of free time, and I wasn't planning on going to any of the clubs or falling into any of the stuff that some guys do. And so I was on CamaroZ28.com in like 98 or 99.
Yeah.
For sure 99, because I bought a 99 Z28 and sent it right to Lingenfelter. And I got to be friends with Chris Frezza, Jason Debler, who owned at the time Camaro Z28, and Johnny Hunkins, who was the editor of GM High-Tech Performance and later Popular Hot Rodding and Hot Rod. He came onto the board and started posting things which were kind of, he was outspoken, and they wanted to make sure he was legitimate. And at the time, I was playing for the Nets, and GM High-Tech and Muscle Mustangs and High Performance Pontiac were all based in New Jersey, not far, kind of in between my house and the practice facility. So I checked Johnny out, and he was kind of a personality offline as well, and still a great guy to this day. But we got to be friends. He started reading what I was posting on the forums. He said, "You write really well. Would you like to write for the magazine?" I said, "I'd love to. I don't know anything about cars. I went to Catholic school for 16 years." And he said that, I was selling appliances at Best Buy before I got this job. So I started with the easy stuff, the event coverage and feature stories. In fact, somebody mentioned the other day there was a Fred Dreyer story on a 9C1 Caprice. That was the first story that I did for Johnny and GM High-Tech Performance, because he was nervous to talk to Fred because he was on the TV series Hunter, played the NFL, and said, I'll be nervous talking to this guy. He's a celebrity. And I ended up calling him on the phone, and he walked me through the cars. He was eating dinner at some Italian restaurant in California. Very nice guy. And the thing that, and you can probably appreciate this, the thing that is sad for me, having come from the magazine world, is that there's so many great publications that had so many great tech stories and feature stories, and those magazines have all been bought and sold so many times now that they've kind of dropped the ball digitally, and stuff has fallen offline that used to be online.
There's still some great magazines that have popped up. I'm definitely a print person. I have a huge, unbelievable magazine collection that I'm always adding to.
And you need to scan it, because nobody's going to come after you. Put that stuff online so people can find it.
Yeah, there are some guys. I mean, the Peterson has a lot of hot rod stuff scanned, the Peterson Museum and all that, but I don't have time to do like Hot Rod Magazine alone started January 48. I've only missing 12 issues. I mean, then I have 12 more titles that I have since the 50s on up. Like I'm actually leaving them to a museum when I pass away. That's how much I have.
You should. But it's frustrating because there's information that's not lost, but it's hidden right now, and people can't see it, and people should be able to access it. So I wish whoever owns the magazines now would get with it and make that stuff available again.
That's the problem. They've changed hands so much, and I know somebody which we've had on the podcast, he saved some because they called and says, "Hey, Peterson was throwing his stuff in the dumpsters today," and he got as much as I can and put them in a storage facility. But our stuff, they just pitched it. When they changed hands to people that don't care, they just throw stuff away, and it's sad.
In my basement, in all honesty, looks like the warehouse at the end of Indiana Jones, except with Rubbermaid bins stacked to the ceiling. And every time I go there, I try to thin the herd, and I crack one open, and it's like, these are all GM High Tech Performance magazine issues. I can't get rid of these. This one's selling for $70 on eBay.
Yeah. So now you're at Optima. How long you been at Optima?
Around 2010, I started working for them, so it's been a while, 15 or.
I don't actually know what is your job title there. Do you have a title?
I got to make it up.
Yeah.
And they had a different agency out of Louisville when they hired me, and they said, we're going to call you an e-care manager. So, nobody knows what that means. I'm the only one, but, the lowercase e indicates some kind of technological manager. And so I oversee a lot of stuff, not everything, but a lot of stuff to do with the website, social media, and our online sales on our website.
Okay.
And I do a lot of event activation. Obviously, I go to all the Ultimate Streetcar events, but I also go to King of the Hammers, the SEMA show, ICAST for fishing. I go to some Major League Fishing events. Every once in a while, Pikes Peak, things like that. And then some stuff that Aqua doesn't necessarily sponsor, but we have a stake in or an interest in from an athlete perspective or just from an industry perspective. And being in Florida, I get to go to a lot of water-based activities. So I'll go to wakeboard events or water ski tournaments. Jack Travers, Sunset Lakes is 20 minutes from my house.
Of all the stuff you get to do, what is like, if you have a choice, if there's 10 of those on the weekend, how do you pick which one? What's your favorite?
It's not about picking what my favorite is. It's about doing what my boss tells me to do. And that's kind of how they get picked. But I get a lot of flexibility. I've been to Cruising the Coast on the Mississippi Gulf Coast a bunch of times. I love that event. I have a bunch of family over there, so it's really easy for me to go. I don't have to get a hotel or anything. And we don't sponsor the event. A lot of people that are there have our batteries, and I go take pictures and I put up photo galleries because for all the people, and you know this, that have cars, they're going to park their car somewhere and take a picture of it, and there's a dumpster in the background or a basketball hoop sticking out of it like a big antenna. And what I do at these events, I'll take pictures of their cars cruising down the Gulf Coast with the Gulf in the background, and it's a shot they'd never be able to duplicate themselves. And I just put it in a gallery. They're like, hey, this is great. I do the same thing at Bike Week and Biketoberfest for the motorcycle guys, and they love it. And you just find them on Facebook, and they find the galleries, and they're thankful and appreciative to have the photos, and it's just good brand engagement for Optima.
Cool. And you also do a podcast?
I do. It's called Marked Men, and I do it with a guy, John Scott Lewinsky, who I ran into in Baja, Mexico, of all places, on a BF Goodrich press junket. And he went to Marquette University where I went, so that's how we came up with Marked Men. And he is legitimately the world's most interesting man. He knows everything there is to know about cigars and fancy liquor, and he does new car reviews and knows all the golf gear and does resort reviews and writes for all the big publications, Forbes,
all that stuff
Playboy.
that you said he does. I can only do the car reviews. The rest of the stuff I have no idea about.
And it's not like the cool stuff. I mean, some of he was just driving an Aston Martin the other day, so he gets some cool newer cars, but it's all new cars for him. It's not not aftermarket stuff, but more mainstream publications. And he's a longtime author, and so we're only a few years apart at Marquette, and we hit it off pretty well. So we said, let's have a podcast, because at the time everybody was starting to have a podcast. And now we got one. So So, but as Jimmy Day says, yours is different because most podcasts only last for 6 or 7 episodes and they go away.
Yeah, this will be like 83, 4, 5 or something like that. Yeah.
And the reason
I do it every week.
I never turned down a podcast because I'm 53. My youngest son is 8. I'm not going to get to know my grandkids too well. Or definitely not my great grandkids. I feel like podcasts might be that opportunity. Like I don't know what I would give to listen to a half-hour conversation with my grandpa, who I never knew. All I knew is he played trombone in jazz bands in Chicago in the 1920s. As just a fun thing on the side.
So we're mostly hot rod based. So we've got the legends, the Starbirds, the Winfields. Like that. We've been very lucky with people that won't do other people's podcasts in the hot rod world, like Tom Taylor, and we got Roy Brizio just to be up right before this goes up. And I don't know why, because I've been in the industry so long, so obviously. Elder statesmen, I call them, will trust me and Carrie to do their podcast. That's awesome. And sadly, I hope we're not a curse, but some of these guys that we've recorded, they're no longer with us anymore. So we have that. I mean, Gene Winfield passed in the last year. A lot of people interviewed Gene, but we were the second to last person that ever interviewed Gene Winfield online.
I did Marquette basketball games on the radio for...
Is this Marquette, Michigan?
Marquette University, Milwaukee.
Okay, because there was a Marquette, Michigan that had a BMX training camp in the 80s that I always wanted to go to, but I couldn't afford to.
I bought my Blastron GT150 out of Marquette, Michigan area.
You do have kind of an odd taste in cars, don't you?
Yeah, it's. I always wanted a Baja Bug. Chris Miller bought one, so I bought the Baja Bug from him when he got done with it.
Yeah.
I got a '69 Mercury Cyclone because it's not a Camaro or a Firebird or a.
And you fit in it a little bit more.
I do. Randy Johnson at DNC Customs built it, and he built it so the seat goes down as it goes back, because I know realistically I'm not going to own the car forever, and I don't want to sell it to a limited market of people who can fit in it without serious modifications. So if you're 5'10", you can drive it just fine.
Yeah, cool.
The seat moves up.
It's a really cool car, too.
It's nice.
Yeah.
January 2020 issue of Hot Rod magazine, maybe.
Okay.
One of the last of the monthly issues.
Yeah.
And I was so fortunate to get in there, and Johnny Hunkins wanted it for Carcraft. I'm like, it's for my builder. You know, my builder's never been in Hot Rod, and he'd love to be in Hot Rod.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, we're going to move on to another guest here. We want to thank Optima Jim McElvain, for being a guest on our podcast.
Thank you for letting me talk to my great-grandkids.
Yeah.
Who will be like, I don't know, I know he played basketball, but it doesn't make sense. I see his name with all this car stuff. It must be a different one. It's the same one. I'm the same guy.
Yeah. He's living multiple lives in a good way. So don't live life with your blinders on. That's what I like to say.
Thank you so much for having me
Thanks, man. I don't know what. So here we are with another guest here. We're still at Barber Motorsports Park. We got not a driver right now. We got Kaleb Kelly. Your dad is a driver. When I say driver, I say that in parentheses when we talk about your dad. Right? So what is it you do at all these events?
So I'm the photographer. I have been for 9 years. Next year will be my 10th year. Pretty much come out, and I started from being okay with the camera to now I kind of know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much just try to capture good shots for everybody, because Jim, you know, he distributes them to all the magazines, and anywhere that will take free content, you know, he pretty much distributes them and tries to get the series out there a little bit. So
what all events do you do that you're a photographer at? And people can just hit you up and say, hey, I need a photographer at an event, and you'll do that.
I used to do more. Our business is kind of taken where I've had to have a little more responsibility there. So this is actually the only series I do right now.
Okay.
I used to do all the Holly events, LS Fest, LS Fest West, Texas, Mo Party, Ford Fest. I used to do all that, but I haven't, the last 2 years, I haven't done those. So really, it's just Optima events right now, you know. So that's pretty much.
Are you doing cars and cones this week with your dad?
No, no.
Is he going to be unsupervised?
Yes. Somebody's got to keep the shop moving. So.
Do you allegedly, when your dad has a little too much fun on cars and cones, does he call you to order the new set of tires? Because one year he went through a whole set of back tires. They were all on the quarter panel for some apparent reason.
Yes. Yep.
So I will question him about that a little bit when we get him up here.
That was in the Cuda. Was it the Cuda or the? Oh, that was the Demon.
Yeah.
That was the Demon. That was here with the Demon. Yeah. He likes to go through tires. Yeah.
So what do you guys also run a shop?
Yeah.
And a car consignment place. So what is I don't know this. What do you like as a car?
I like a little bit of everything. I like GM square bodies. A lot like round eyes, specifically round eyes. And then Mopar A bodies. It's a weird.
Do you have anything for yourself, or do you just get to drive some of Dad's stuff?
I got divorced about 3 years ago. Before that, I always daily drove an old car. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh crap, now I'm divorced, I need a normal car. I can't daily drive something old if I have to go drive to Illinois or something and see family. So since then I've only had one other class. I got a 68 Valiant for 7 months. And then I sold it because it was pissing me off. I couldn't afford to build it, so it was just sitting there. So
yeah.
I sold it, but I'm hoping in the next 6 months or so, I just took on some different roles in the shop, so I'll have a little bit more room in the budget. I'm going to try to get something else.
Cool. Got to have something.
Hopefully.
But your dad has some stuff, so you can. Yeah. You're not lacking cool cars to drive.
Yeah, he's got his '67 Dark. That's my inheritance. That it just sits there. I'm like,
my dad was leaving me a '56 Nomad.
Yeah, he might as well just let me have it. Yeah, right? Like, what's the point?
Yeah, he could see you enjoying your inheritance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, where can they find your work online?
At Short Shift on Instagram. I'm not very good at it. Get it post on there, honestly. I used to do social media for a living, so after that I got so burnt out that I just don't do it that much anymore. But yeah, Short Shift on Instagram, and then really just my Facebook page, Kaleb Kelly, and all the Optima stuff. But
cool.
you search my name online and photos, they're all over the place. So,
And if you see him or his dad, you'll meet his dad later. They give really good hugs.
Yes.
So
we'll go for it.
yeah.
Thank you, Dad. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here we are with another guest. We have Charles Davis. You are one of the drivers, competitors here at the Optima race this weekend.
Yes, I am, Tim. Yes.
So I see you at a lot of events. You do some Good Guys Autocross too. I've just seen you at the Texas Motor Speedway event. You come out for a couple days and ran with us. So how many events do you drive in your Camaro?
I think we try and average somewhere around 8 or 10 events a year.
Okay. And I know that some people don't know this Optima Search for the Ultimate Street Car. You race different events. There's different classes. And then some people can get invited or qualified to go to Vegas. Are you qualified for Vegas yet?
Not as of yet. Not as of yet.
Like if you do good this weekend on points, you can possibly qualify.
Yes. Yes.
And that's what I asked Jimmy. Some of these people, SEMA's a couple weeks away.
Absolutely.
Do you have your hotels reserved yet, just in case?
RV spot.
RV spot.
We're going in with
Okay.
the RV. Yes,
Okay.
I have the RV spot
Yeah.
reserved, and friend flying in to help me, and yeah. So we're ready to go.
Yeah. So
As
we're
long
buddies.
as we don't blow up the car.
I've known you quite a while, and
Yes.
I learned more about you today of different things you've done and aftermarket cars that you were talking about and everything. But your daughter also works for FM3, works with Carrie. Been there a few years now. Lola has.
Yes.
Yeah. And she's a good help there at the company. And so how long you been racing cars?
Well, I mean, in my 20s, I drag raced and stuff, and then family comes along, and all the projects kind of stop. I think for most of us for quite a few years. My first car that I ever purchased was a '67 Camaro, and it was sitting at the side of our house in 2007 when it burned down in the Southern California wildfires, and was not insured. So I couldn't afford another first-gen Camaro, and bought the second-gen that I have now. So that was 2009. We bought that car.
Okay.
It was just a rolling chassis, built it, and ran the first Optima event that we ran at Fontana in 2015.
Oh, wow.
Same with
Okay.
Good Guys Autocross. And I'd never done anything like that before. And I think that's one of the great things about this series is that it's very welcoming to new people and to novices.
Yeah.
But I would tell you, don't
And
do
the
it
guys
unless you
that-
want to get hooked.
Yeah. I luckily have stayed hooked in a different way that I'm on the microphone. I want a car so bad. I would like a drag car really bad. But nobody's going to pay me to drive. I'm not going to be that good a driver. I see double, so I'm going to hit all the cones. When I ride with people, it's a forest of orange cones out there to me. It's like, I have no idea. Like Good Guys is different because you have cones everywhere, right?
Right.
And green
Right.
cones to turn around. But a lot of these run at like SCCA style with the tilted cones, like
Pointer cones.
downhill skiing stuff. And I was like, it hurts my brain to look at that. Like, I would totally be getting lost out there.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun, and you mentioned my daughter. It has really changed my life. A few years ago, I kind of quasi-retired, and then I got I would call it a part-time job. And in 2021, qualified for the Invitational in Las Vegas, and went and told my boss, I'm not going to be here next week. And he said, you have no vacation time. And I said, I know that. I don't expect you to pay me, but this is a bucket list thing.
Yeah.
Worked for years, so I'm going. And he said, well, then you're unemployed. And my daughter went, I'm going with my dad. And they went, well, you're unemployed. And we showed up and actually talked to Jimmy, and Jimmy wound up a few months later hiring Lola. And yeah, so now it's been 4 years, and I think she loves it. She loves her job. She loves the team of people that she gets to work with. And for me, I really, this organization runs like a family, even for the people that come and participate in the events. And Good Guys kind of does that too. John and the people over there, you get that same kind of feeling that you're part of a group and people care about you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I met so many cool autocross people that I would be a show car side, and I'd come watch a couple of my buddies that I knew that raced, and then I'd go disappear. Well, now I'm over there on the microphone, and I've got to be friends with so many really cool people.
Yeah.
I like to see the beginners come out. Yeah, the fast guys are great, but I like to see the parents and their kids, whether it's a mom and a daughter, or dad and a daughter, the dad and the son. They share a car. Then the next year, here they are. They got their own cars now, and they're betting like who's buying dinner that night. I get to see all that stuff, and I just really like that.
Yeah.
Fun thing. So
Absolutely. I mean, it's as much a lifestyle as it is a sport.
yeah. So tell us about the setup on your second-gen Camaro real quick.
Well, we've been, like I said, we first started that in 2015 and had some companies come on board and help us out. It's got a stock subframe under it with UMI Corner Max 3 front suspension, Viking coilover shocks. It's got Rob from No Limits ZG spindles on the front, big Willwood brakes all the way around. It's a 416 cubic inch LS3 that makes 537 horsepower at the wheels, Tremec T56 and a McLeod twin disc clutch in it, some Rocket Racing wheels and big old sticky 315 tires on it.
Nice. Got all the good stuff on there. So
Lots of body modifications.
There's a lot of Camaros out here on autocross because there's a reason.
Yes, they work. It's a great platform.
A lot of upgrade parts available for those things for whatever your budget wants to take. And like you say, you still got the stock subframe with just a bunch of performance stuff on it. And
I'm still running leaf springs in the back.
Oh, wow.
For a couple of years, I claimed to be the
I did
fastest
not
guy
know
on
that.
leaf
You need to
springs.
put that on your tech card at the next Chickens event because Richard Giese, I'm always surprised in his white second gen, he's still got leaf springs on that thing.
And he's faster than me, so I can no longer claim that I'm the fastest guy on leaf springs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to thank Charles Davis for being a guest on our podcast here, man. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Tim.
Here we are, I think, our last guest coming to you live on tape, I guess, from Barber Motorsports Park. Getting ready. The Optima guys are doing their last road course out on the road course right now. The Carson Cones people are behind here getting ready. They're doing check-in, and they're getting ready for their group picture. We got one of the Search for the Ultimate Streetcar Series competitors here, Mark Golovin. We call him Good Lovin', whatever. You race a lot of stuff. You do the Optima Series. You do a lot of the good guy stuff. So first, talk about your weekend here and what you brought.
All right, here at Barber Motorsports Park, we meant to do Summit Point, but it got canceled. So this actually became a backup event for my 81 Corvette called Revolver. And it's the...
Why do we call it Revolver?
Because it's very stock and it's bringing an old school revolver to a laser guided missile fight.
Okay, and how much horsepower is in this thing, you think?
And its best day it was 190. We might be about 160.
So this event is different. The Optima Series, they have a design and engineering. So you got to make sure your wipers work, your turn signals, your backup lights, and you get to talk to the judges. You do a few minute spiel to them, and you had how did the wording you say? Your kick panel?
Oh, my environmentally friendly,
self-deteriorating,
biodegradable.
Yeah, it's a piece of cardboard
with Sharpie on it.
Yeah,
81C3. It was pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
It may not got me any points, but it got me laughter, and that was worth
it. But this year you've raced how many different vehicles on the Optima Series?
4 different classes out of 7 just this year alone. Was started out at Sebring with a Cobalt Super Sport, and I won the class and invite to the Invitational, which was the top of the mountain for Optima. Next, I ran Black Betty, the 2001 Z28 at Road America. We're doing pretty good in Outlaw, but had a little mechanical, couldn't finish that.
Why is that car an Outlaw?
I no longer own the car.
Oh, that's one of the Optima rules. Okay, yeah.
Tom and Valley Bichette own the car. We're doing like a joint custody.
Yeah, I get it.
So since I'm no longer on the paperwork, it's considered outlaw. So you can't have a pro shoe like if you were a wonderful driver come and drive my car.
It's not me.
Could be.
Yeah, like this series, you can't have Robbie Unser show up if he doesn't own the car. He can run other series as a hired driver.
Correct.
But not this series. That's what I think that's cool on this series. I did think it's
what else were we missing? So
truck. You roast your truck.
Too, right?
Yeah,
there was an HVAC truck that I bought on the cheap. I went through the brakes. I put on tires that had 6 weeks left before they expired and went past tech. They were snow tires. And racing on the cheap, you don't need a $50,000 car to come have the drive of your life.
Yep.
And this is number 4 in the 81 Corvette for GTV. The other 3 classes were GTS and a C5 Corvette, GTL and a lighter Corvette, and GT, which was done in both.
So over the last so many years,
and
allegedly, you're the only person that has raced something in every 7 categories.
I am self-proclaimed
that's pretty
all-class competitor as of this event.
That's pretty awesome.
There were 2 other
classes. The drag race guy, Laughlin, is his first name. He's ran Pro Mod.
Was that Doug?
No,
Kenny?
Alex Laughlin, kind of a younger 40-year-old driver. and now he wants to get his pro stock motorcycle and run that because that'll be the only pro class that he has not ran. So I'm pulling for him. I'm a big Alex Laughlin fan. So, and so then you run autocross. You have won All-American Sunday for the 2000 and newer cars twice.
No, that was 2022. I got my first national points championship for All-American Sunday in Black Betty. I'm striving again this year.
And you're tied, like a three-way tie going into one more, well, there's two more races. There's a Pleasanton race.
Sports car is different than All-American Sunday. All-American
Sunday. That's right. I forgot. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so Black Betty's running 2000 and newer.
Yeah.
For All-American Sunday, that'll be a repeat from 22 and 25. And then sports car, which is in a four-way between a Texas driver, Stacy, who has the Summit C5, Valerie Pichette and Dragon Lady, and me driving Dragon Lady GTA's 50 Shades of Grey 92.
Okay. I missed that, I guess.
So, it's not a tie, but it depends on how it all plays out.
Winnable still.
Yeah. If
I can double up, there's a chance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shh, I might get in trouble. Don't beat the owner.
Yeah. So yeah, you race a lot. We've seen you around. I don't know how many years doing this stuff, and also a Hot Wheels collector. Whenever I find something, it's like they got the little autocross cone guy now, the cone crusher or whatever.
I got the green.
And I got one, and they're like, there's a green. I got 2 orange. And I got like 6 green now. Yeah. So yeah, the orange ones are hard to find.
How many color Thunderbirds you got?
7 or 8. The Matt and Debbie Hay. Yeah. I'm friends with the people that had that Hot Wheels car done.
That was cool.
And then this week coming up, we got Dave Tucci on a hot rod builder. He's had a truck done. Hot Wheels did his truck too.
All right.
And it's been released a few different colors. So
yeah, clue me in on that one. I don't know.
Yeah. It's been out for a while, but the podcast is coming out this week. So, and so yeah, what's your future plans?
Well,
win the lotto.
Yeah, win the lotto. I'll have to do Cars and Cones, FM3 road trip. I'd love to continue and do that. We'll be able to get that done. I'd love to go to the Invitational, even though the Cobalt is not my favorite car. But it did get an invite. That would be great, but that's not going to happen. So 26 is up in the air. As far as goal, we need to finish 25 first.
Yeah.
Can I get the All-American Sunday done? Friend of mine's got a wicked C7. I heard he had engine trouble. He was always a threat. Excellent driver.
Jonathan Jones hurt his motor. Not racing it. The week after racing the first time with a fresh motor, going to dinner, and it lets go coming home.
We were dueling at Colorado, and we were trading, and I was like, man, this is going to be a problem. And
he's a good dude. I like Gunny.
Good people.
Yeah. They build really high-end hot rods. And Gunnison, his cool thing is, too, that he works part-time for R&M auctions, like at the high-end Ferrari auctions, and works at that. Did that intern through college, and he still does that and gets to go help, not really curate the cars, somebody else, but he's kind of working his way up in that R&M auction things, and he gets to help set up cars and drive some really awesome cars and just work in that industry a little bit, just a little break from his dad's hot rod shop. So, yeah, good kid. I like that.
Yeah, I was shaking hands with was Ron, right? Ron's his father?
Yeah, Ron Jones Garage is their place. They do Pebble Beach cars and hot rods.
I'm not getting paid for this plug, but yeah, they were shaking hands with me. I got
to have them on our podcast too, father and son. It'd be a good interview. So cool.
Well, yeah, wrapping up Scottsdale, try to get the national points done. I got the first All-American, I'm already messing it up, first all-class competitor for Optima, Ultimate Streetcar Association, which I'll make my own trophy. I'll try to send them pictures or a video. The rotor and the top spins will be flagged. It'll be cool.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Mark. Tell everybody where they can find you on social media. I've only got Instagram.
Okay.
I love when you're at a Good Guys show and I'm not, because you do better post. I mean, they do great. Good Guys does, but you post all the brackets and the eliminations, and you're a good follow if you're an autocross fan. You do a good social media program out there.
I appreciate that somebody's paying attention. I know some people are like, what happened? And I'm like, well, I wasn't at that event.
Yeah.
You're supposed to post more.
Yeah.
It's not my job. I just love it. But Mark Golovin on Facebook and Mark Goodlovin on Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't have necessarily a YouTube yet or anything else. Maybe I'll expand. We'll see. But appreciate having sharing the time and.
We spent a little time running through the last hour of the Barber Museum yesterday. We worked up a sweat, so it's like, what's over here? What's over here?
That place is not overrated. He's like, did you go yet? I'm like, I want to go, but
I went back again today where you were racing all day. So
not underrated. If you get to go, you got to check it out, and don't go for 15 minutes. Spend some time.
Yeah,
5 different levels.
Yeah, it's very cool. Well, thank you, Mark. You're one of the good guys out here. It's always a pleasure. It's always awesome hanging out with you and announcing you kicking butt on the autocross
Love
course.
to.
I've also, where did I do a ride-along when we did the track? Was it Nashville? We
It
did the
was
NASCAR
Nashville
track.
where we accidentally went triple digits, maybe allegedly.
Allegedly, you got to say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Speedo might have been off. Optimistic.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Catch you later.
So here we are. I kind of lied. We're grabbing a couple more of the Optima Ultimate Streetcar Series competitors here. We got Beth Conaway, and I see you a lot at Good Guy shows, but you also do the Optima Series. So talk about what class you're in and what you're driving here this weekend.
I'm in GTL class, and I'm driving a 2011 C6 Corvette.
How many Corvettes do you have? Because you have one that's all Wonder Woman wrapped that you read at
I
Good
have
Guy.
two.
Yeah, I love the Wonder Woman vet.
Yeah.
So how many years you been running autocross and road courses and stuff?
For 4 years.
That's all?
That's it.
I thought I've seen you at Good Guys, but yeah, I see you at a lot of Good Guys events.
Correct.
You're from?
Iron Station, North Carolina.
Okay. And here we are in Alabama, and sometimes you'll go clear to Scottsdale, you'll go to Vegas. Are you running, you're not coming to Scottsdale Final Good Guys, you said.
Yeah.
Are you qualified for SEMA for the Optima Series?
I've not won my way in, but I have, I think, enough points to get in.
Okay, cool. How do you think, we're getting ready for the awards here, how do you think you've done this weekend?
I think I did excellent compared to, yes,
Did you run road course again today?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
What group were you in? There's 3 groups that run today.
Correct.
The novice only ran Friday night, and they didn't run again today. All the speed tour stuff, they ran and they were done, and you guys closed the day on the racetrack, right?
Correct. So I had a 151 was my best lap out there, and that was on my last lap.
Is this your first time racing here?
It is.
This place is awesome, isn't
It's
it?
awesome.
I want to
It's
come to the
very
IndyCar
nice.
race here. I've said that a bunch today, but it's a beautiful place. Did you pay attention as you came in on the roads and all that? All the little hidden art
I
pieces?
did,
I love the
yes.
little Easter eggs hidden around.
Yeah, and the lady in the lake.
Yep, very cool. Well, they're getting ready. Jimmy's talking up there because that's what Jimmy does. So thank you, Beth, one of the
Thank
female
you.
competitors. How many females are out here today? There's not a lot, is there?
No, there's
Okay.
only 3.
Okay,
I think there's 3.
Okay.
Yeah, correct.
cool. Well, it's always good seeing you wherever you're at. It's always awesome. And red, they're all red.
They're all red.
They're all red. And the one is the older generation. What is the one? C what? I confuse my
A
later.
C4,
And then the other one?
a C606.
Okay. Yeah. So thanks, Beth.
Thank you.
Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Here we are with another competitor for the Optima Ultimate Streetcar Series. We got Preston Folkstead, Des Moines, Iowa, right?
Des Moines,
You're
Iowa.
here in Alabama. You're running an awesome square body. And there's a lot of fresh stuff on it, because race car stuff happens about, almost 3 years ago, had an incident. Your dad drove it, right?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about putting the wrong driver behind your race car.
So yeah, if you know our kind of name, you know myself, but also my dad. We're kind of 2 peas in a pod, but also we both like to be on track. One of us likes to stay on the pavement. The other one likes to go off the pavement.
See,
So
I announced some races, and I was like, if you don't spin on the autocross or hit a cone, that means you're not trying hard enough. He was
Exactly.
obviously finding the limit.
yes,
Finding
yes.
the limit. That's the key.
With me in the passenger seat. So yeah, a couple years ago we had a pretty gnarly crash at VIR that put the truck out of commission for a little while. But yeah, in the last couple of years we've been really trying to up the truck's game. Had to end up pulling the frame back to square and just trying to get it into a drivable platform again. So been doing that, and I've also campaigned a Fox body that's also being worked on right now. So but yeah, we're here racing the C10. Had a great weekend. This is probably my new favorite track.
Yeah, this place
and
is gorgeous.
Absolutely
You said you thought you did pretty good because you haven't been behind the wheel for a little bit, so it took a while for some rust to come off. And this is not just like a Good Guys autocross. You guys autocross, speed stop, and then big road course. So it's an eye opener.
Yeah, and look, this autocross, the team at Optima, I would honestly say this is probably one of the craziest and most fun autocrosses I've ever done.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, we had like a 25-degree bank
Yeah.
in the middle of the autocross.
Yeah.
I've never had that
Yeah,
before.
right.
So that was, it was thrilling, made you think, did all the things that you'd ever want to be or like stimulated by as a driver. So
Yeah.
it was
Very
super fun. But yeah, like knocking the rust off. One of the things that I always try to like really think about for my personal development is just every time I'm running is just faster and faster and faster. And, I would say the majority of my runs weren't slower. So
Yeah,
so that was
you're going the right direction. Yeah.
checkbox made.
Since it's been a while since you had the truck out, I mean, you rebuilt it all. Did you have to work on a lot of it? You have to test the shocks quite a bit, or was you pretty good out of the box?
Yeah. So we used the No Limit Engineering front suspension kit on that truck. After we crashed it, we ended up just pulling that whole K-member off and dropped in a whole brand new one. So out of the gate, the No Limit Engineering kit is amazing.
Yep.
But yeah, we already had kind of our setup kind of baselined, and we document a lot of that setup. So it's pretty easy to just, I mean, we finished.
There's a lot of science in this that people just from the sidelines don't pay attention to. Yeah, everybody takes their program very serious and take notes, shop settings, and all that.
Yeah, I mean, we campaigned that truck for 2 years, so we had the setup already kind of sorted out. So it was a matter of just getting the truck back to what we used to know, and then seeing what we can improve along the way.
Awesome. So, well, it's good seeing you out here. They're getting ready to do the awards over there for the Optimus Series, so you better get over there. So good luck, man.
Yep.
Always great seeing you.
Yep.
You and your dads. Here we are, the award ceremony is over at the Optimus Search for the Ultimate Streetcar Series here at Barber Motorsports Park. One of my BMX buddies,
What's going on?
Brian Wick here, doing some autocross and road course racing now. Still factory standard BMX rider. You ride a dirt jumper. Yep. Right? Not the little bikes anymore. I still ride a little bike.
Yep. And I've evolved.
So now you're running, what are you doing here? You're running a Corvette.
Running a 97 Corvette, just out here having a really great time. Once the kids got out of college and we kind of moved away from BMX a little bit, just got back out here and got a car, and we started autocrossing and doing a little road race stuff and just having an absolute blast being out here.
Cool. How'd you do this weekend?
Way better than I anticipated.
Yeah.
We ended up third in class, which was phenomenal. So I got on the podium. So that's
nice.
You know, whether it's BMX or this, I
you got a box.
Yeah. So we did that. We did really good. All the events went really well. D&E was everything just went as it was supposed to. It actually went way better than I ever anticipated, and
that's good at the end of a race weekend.
It is.
Anything.
Yeah.
4 or 2 wheels.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Keep the rubber side down, stay on the track, and hope everything works out okay.
So it was good. The car did what it was supposed to do, and I've been working really hard this year to get a lot of seat time and do all the right things. And
so allegedly you had a little bit of an issue at one of the events, and you had to put a new bumper on your car. You bumped into a guy.
Yeah.
It happens in racing. You know,
does,
you're trying hard, and different people coming and going and all that stuff. But you had a good clean weekend this year. Is this your first time racing at Barber?
It is, yeah. First time ever being here, and as you know, we've raced at a lot of facilities around the country doing all kinds of fun stuff, and this facility is amazing. Just absolutely one of the best places I've ever stepped foot on.
And last year you did the Cars and Cones trip. This year you're going home.
Correct, yeah. We had to stop at my dad's house.
Grown-up stuff, get in the way, work, all that.
But
it was great seeing you out here this weekend, and I always know which one your RV is, so got the big standard racing sticker in the back. So
that's right.
Steel is real.
That's right. Yeah, we know that. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
So now, finally, after 4 more other people, this is officially the last person we're talking to from the Optimus Search for the Ultimate Streetcar Series. We run out of daylight. We have a curfew. We have to get out of here by a certain time. Some of my favorite people at the autocross, Tom and Debbie Farrington out of Indiana. How did you do this weekend? You did not race. You run a station wagon, 64 Malibu wagon.
Yep.
A lot of good guy stuff. Yep. You raced the 66 Chevelle this weekend. How did you do?
I finished third in vintage, and super happy with that. It's a brand new chassis.
Yep.
So
talk about the chassis.
So it's a Ride-Tech Momentum chassis.
Yep.
You know, it's brand new. It's actually the pre-production chassis, and you know, I really thought it was going to take me until, you know, maybe May of 26 to sort it out. I think I showed this weekend that it's really close.
Oh, I think you looked really good out there. The chassis is beautiful. We talked about that for NSRA with Blaine, where they debuted the chassis at Louisville to Street Rod Nationals. Beautiful chassis. And I was talking to her while you had a little issue a week ago when you were trying to get fluids out of it. It's like, it's totally different because you had cross steer and a box, and now it's a rack, so it does feel a little different on the track.
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely. But you know, it's still 115-inch wheelbase.
Yeah,
it's still the same car.
Yeah,
things are different, but it's still very much the same.
How many years you guys been racing autocross and road course events?
Since 09.
Yep, I started in 9 with her wagon at the big Chevelle show in Goodlettsville, Tennessee.
Yep. And I started in 10.
Yeah.
Great Americans, both military veterans. Oh, you're not.
I was a military brat.
Oh, you're a brat. Both fire women, people, men.
I like to be called a fireman.
Firefighter.
Yeah.
Fireman. That's fine.
Oh,
Fireman.
okay. So, great people. You make good cookies. You always bring cookies to all the events. It's always great seeing you guys here.
Thanks, Tim.
And so, do you do much of the Optima series with your car, or do you just have to support him because, you know, he just needs some help, right?
Yeah, he does
It's
need help.
honestly, it's the
Yeah.
truth.
But I did Road America this year.
Okay.
I love Road America. It's one of my favorites. But yeah,
I've never been to that track. Carrie's been to that a couple times. It's just
golly.
beautiful.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
This place
it's
is
nice.
awesome too,
It's
though.
safe.
but, yeah.
As far as very close.
Yeah.
But yeah, when we take both cars to an Optima event, it's super hectic, right? I mean, there's a lot going
It's
on.
hectic enough with one car.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Because race car stuff always happens. So,
Yeah.
did you end up? They said fluid was coming out of your car. Did you get to prove them that it was just residual from your oil down, and there wasn't a new leak, right? Was there not a new leak?
You were there. I got underneath the car.
Yeah.
I checked it out, and it was residual from where I blew an oil cooler line.
And she said it just hosed everything down.
It'll never rust. Let me tell you that. Never rust.
Well, we're gonna let them go. It's getting dark. Everybody has to get out of here in like 20 minutes.
Yep.
So thanks again, and for all you guys do, it's always awesome. You guys are. It's like I say this all the time. Is like I was a show car guy, which I still am.
Sure.
I'd come over and watch a couple of my buddies run a few laps. But since I've been doing autocross announcing, I've got to be friends with such awesome people. There's a good community of people.
It's a great
Really good
Yeah,
community.
it's
Otherwise,
really
we
cool.
wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's a good community.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And my wife was one of the D&E judges,
I'm aware.
and she's just like, I just love Tom's car. It's like
I
she
love
goes, it's nice everywhere, and I go, it is, it's awesome. And we were talking about the new chassis, and it's cool. Ride Tech's to the chassis market now, and
Yeah.
I've been a Ride Tech guy. Ride Tech, cool bit of history, was my first ever dealer program that I got. Start my shop that Brett Local set me up as my first dealer.
Yep.
I've been running my shop now over 30 years, so probably 27 years ago. I met him before he even had Ride Tech.
Yeah.
So,
He
you know,
was with,
he's sold the company now, but a lot of my friends still work
Yeah.
there, a lot of great people there. And
That's what impressed us when we went down. They're only 2 hours from our home.
Yeah.
So we went down. It was super impressive. We couldn't believe how many of our friends still work
Mhm.
there.
Yeah.
And we just felt so comfortable with all of it.
and it's a great shop, too. I got to help
It is.
Oh,
when
my
Brett
God.
still owned it on the 48-hour build,
yeah.
the yellow
We
vet.
came down
I
for
came and
that,
helped
yeah.
on that. That was a lot of work, but ended up being, 52.5-hour build or something like that.
I
But
don't
yeah,
remember,
a little overtime with a
Yeah.
few of us that stayed. So good job this weekend,
Thanks, Tim.
and travel safe. We'll see you at the next one.
Thanks.
Hey welders, ready to upgrade your gear and save some serious dough in the process? The Miller Build with Blue Savings and Rebate Program has you covered. Find amazing deals and cashback rebates on a wide range of Miller products, from welders to plasma cutters and everything in between, all backed by our 3-year warranty. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Take advantage of the Miller Build with Blue program now. Visit us online or stop by your nearest Miller distributor today to start saving.
The Strange Motion Way podcast, brought to you by
Royal Purple. Premium synthetic motor oils and high-performance chemicals have been designed to improve performance, provide long-term protection, and give you the confidence to push your vehicle to the limit. Royal Purple Premium Synthetic Motor Oils.